Hello, everybody. Sorry being late. Thank you for coming to the chat. I had to walk since I just came here. If you're hearing him, he's just drinking water because outside it's too hot, even for the dogs. For it. So, what are we going to talk about today is the astrology and the twin flame. Very, very hot topic for you guys. And um, you need to understand what we already talked about the astrology. I already told you about the gravitations and the fields and everything. I already told a lot of the people out in the public astrology cannot determine who is your twin, but can determine what is your purpose, what is your connection, and what is the connection for. Usually, that is done with a synastry. That is it when you put the two charts together and you see the things. But the best things to do is to see the time you and your twin flame met. That is the ignition state. That will show you the things that you need to do, the things that you need to work, and so on and so on. So we are going to talk about a lot about astrology today for you. So if you're interested in your astrogravitational report, your personal, I'm available. You can find me on the Facebook. Some of you already know the power of this because without understanding your own self, how would you understand others and what's going on from within you? So, time to recognize the people they are in the chat. Purity Passion, Margaret, Ann Smith, Diamond B, Diana, Violet Horn, and CF so far in the chat. Thank you guys for coming in. This actually was suggested by Dan. So you all out there, if you have the guts to come to the chat, you can actually suggest a topic for the chat and be a participating in the chat for you. So, with that being said, okay, we are going to dive within astrology for, and I was wondering where I should begin, where I should have go for it. CF, thank you for coming and watching my back. I appreciate you for it so much. The energy of you today, you've been looking for it. There is a lot of divine energy from Jupiter towards Venus. This is one of the biggest aspect you can have within a divine connections. That divine connections, it's as a present from with that's a trine between Venus and Jupiter. You need to understand this is a very powerful love connections in there. There is a lot of connections you have to look from within the twin flames. But there is a one specific aspect. There is a one kind of like couple of them, but the most important one that is a the correlations of the one person's Pluto with another person's Uranus or Uranus. And why do I am telling you this? Okay, because those are the two planets that actually responsible mostly for within the 5D connections with the universe. That's what the connections within the twin flames does. All right, and that's what this connection does. Okay, this is kind of like a correlations, but because that's what those two planets they are transforming, and that is what Pluto power is from with. And Uranus is the one planet that actually connects it with out there within space. If you take a look, the charts, I've been dealing with a lot of the charts, people born in the 70s, Okay, they have, for example, people born in the 70s, they have Uranus and they have a Pluto from within Libra. Back in the 80s, though, we're moving about 10, 12 years ago, that's what the age gap for it. Uh, yes and no, Diana. I'll show you why. All actually, the planets, they're helpful within this. But for example, that's what the age gap comes in. That's what this is. People who are born in the 70s, okay, they have Pluto in there. And people who are born in the 80s, that is a when um, Uranus is coming over to Pluto and creates these unifications within the people. Some very strange thing, because back in 1993, or if you are born in 1993, you are born with this energy between Pluto and Uranus that is magnificent from within there. You guys have this naturally, okay? And a lot of the people born around the 93, 94, that range for it, you will have this energies from within you. You need to understand that the aspects also is about Jupiter. There is connection either with the one or the other person's north node. What that does is that brings the growth, that brings that the one person brings the growth to the other person from within. So if the one person, Jupiter, which is very powerful, depends where that is, the north node is that they are going to be working at together to grow. Can look at the aspects of the north nodes with all the other planets, but this growth, okay, because the twin flames, they have to grow. That is a one aspect that you need to look. If the one aspect, for example, that is a trine with Neptune, or that is a trine with Uranus, for example, that will bring a lot of growth within this divine connection. If there is a squares and so on, they have to see a lot of obstacles, which is that's what most of the twin flames does, to focus of these obstacles from within. So, Fastero, thank you for coming in into the chat. Saturn, if you take a look at it, the correlations between Saturn and Venus is very important. If they are in oppositions to it, that is a lot about to face challenges about love for. It's all depends of the rest of the work is pulling me out right now. Wishing the most positive energy to today's chat. All right, CF, thank you. I will watch and monitoring the chat. Appreciate it. Thanks for letting me know. Venus is important within love, okay? But also you have to look at all the other aspects, what you have between you and your twin flame. Because the biggest planets, those are non-personal planets, okay? That is a Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Pluto. They are out there. They are bring something to you. While the personal planets, which is Mercury, the Moon, and Mars and Venus, they are for your personal planets, the way you react from within you. But when we comes into the 5D connections, okay, the two planets they are mostly affected in this. That is again, that is a Pluto and that is a Uranus on it. Gives you this empowering connections for it. Specifically, if the person, the one person's Pluto and another person's Uranus, they're in the same spot, you can have these connections too. Now, if the one person's is all good and the other person's got all squares, all pressures, they have to look within the connections, what they need to grow, what they need to solve. That is like the journey within the soul that needs to be taking and going away. Um, Very important is, for example, what is the correlations with Mercury, where the Mercury is. Because Mercury is responsible about the communications. For if you look at it, what correlation is between Mercury and Pluto or Uranus or mostly Saturn, that is going to be talking about that you are going to learn. If it's with Saturn, you're going to learn from within. If that is a trine, that is a very beautiful communications. But if that is a also have some squares, there is going to be something that you need to work that out through the communications. That's why some of the twin flames out there, they have issues with communicating. That's what comes the blockages. That's what comes all the, you guys know what I'm talking about for you. Another thing that you, when you look at the charts and talking about, the twin flames in there is where's a Mars. Mars is the spiritual warrior from within you. When you develop yourself, develop to the connection, that is your driven force. Okay, that is your driven force. And what is your aspects? If your aspects are a lot of pushing energies, let's say, for example, squares or oppositions for it, you are going to have a rough time with your spiritual warrior from within you. Rough time. And that will also affect your twin flame in there. Or if there is a huge oppositions in there. Four. All right, now I can take some questions because I know I can talk to you all day for different aspects and you guys don't have no room for questions. I know you guys came for a question, so here is Faster Road is the first one to ask. If it's possible, the twin souls is more communicative this month since the Lion's Gate. I've been connecting with an energy. Last night it showed me some trauma events from someone's past. Faster Road. Right now we have Uranus who is stuck within the pretty much in the sky. There has been a lot of people who connected to me and ask exact the same question. Yes, it is. First of all, we are having this shift that brings us back in time, but now the trine between Venus and Jupiter retrograde turn us back to look at the love. You can see our visions like no tomorrow. They can come and they can appear right in front of you. You can basically like a broken even timelines. You can go through things that you haven't you kind of like forgot about it. It is about reminding about forgotten love, where the love is, what the love is. For hi CC. Okay. So yes, it is connected to the astrology. Actually, just before we starting this video, I was talking to someone of the twin flame, and she's like, "Dio, please explain this to me. I mean, how come I'm just seeing myself? I am right there. I'm by the wall. I am smoking a cigarette, and I see my twin flame. He's got some things that he has to do, and what I'm seeing it all day long. I mean, I have this." Revelations in me. I have this crying. Is that is a collective energy or that is a my energy? It is both. It is a collective energy because Venus right now in Leo, okay, is learning its lessons. not to be the egoistic personality, but learn what the proper love is. And Jupiter, that is Zeus, okay? That's what this is. He is the growth. He's the one who's like, let's go, let's grow, let's be good, let's give love. And he's on trine with Venus. Now he's like, come on, I'll give you the Father's love. I'm giving you the universal's love. I'm going to give you all that exists within you. I will remind you. But now, because he's turning retrograde, okay, now he's giving you back to remember what real love is if you felt it. That's why is this collective energies. And some other people ask me about it. Gio, what the heck? All right. But this energy also is going to go away. That energy is going away. And we're going to have 4 days, 5 days when Venus is going to have only intense energies. That's what I made astrology report. Is like, take a deep breath of that love because you're going to need it. 4. So, or is the time of the year? It is a retrograde season, guys. You guys know that during the retrograde seasons, if you the planets between you and your twin are mostly retrograde, it is about you're going to innovate something by looking into the past. The evaluations a lot for you. Very important is that if you get like a retrograde planets within the charts. 4. So, Diana, you asked me for currently of this year, or you asked me of its time of the year? Okay, because currently, I think I have somewhere a chart I can show you. Let me see, August 22nd. There you go. That's from the last night, but that's the positive aspect for today at 11. All right. So here's what we're looking for. All right. So here is Venus. She's down here. And if you see it, there is a 2 red lines, 3 actually, but that's what goes. But we're looking for this blue line here. It's coming from Jupiter, who is retrograde. So it brings it back into the beginning, where the love beginning of life. So it will put this energy towards Venus that is in Leo. So if you have a Venus and Leo right now, you probably feel it the strongest as of right now, because in your natal chart is matching your Venus right here. Or if you have something within these degrees, that it's within Leo, now you're getting that. Now you're getting this energy really so strong. If you have something within that, or you have something to do with Jupiter, or you have here in Taurus with the North Node. That is actually going to coming 11 o'clock at New York time. This is the actual chart for tonight for you guys. The season, I mean, yeah, the season is actually is going to ending. The retrograde season is going to end later because we are also going to have Mars. We're going to have until Uranus finishing the retrogrades. We're expecting right now. We're going to talk about this at about October. We are going to have a Mercury retrograde and Libra. It's going to be powerful in there. It's about revaluations of relationships. Go back into a Virgo, straighten out the crap that needs to be straightened out, and Mercury is going to go back forward. But it's going to be some very interesting moments in there, because there's going to be a 4 planets that are going to be very forceful against the rest of the world. You need to understand the Sun and Venus walking in Libra. That is about the power of love. Venus is the highest power in Libra. She owns Libra. And that is going to be this. The other thing is going to be Mercury, and it's going to be the moon. We're going to have a new moon in Libra. So we talking about lessons. They are going to be very powerful in October, but also there's going to be some lots of challenges. A lot of challenges because those challenges, they are going to opposing of Jupiter and Neptune. There's going to be a beautiful divine kite in there. And who is going to overcome the challenges? He's going to take the flight of love. That is a very powerful moment within the sky. If you guys wait for a little bit, I will make a chart if you want to see what that is because of that power. So, okay. There you go. I got it for you. I hope that was quick. Sorry for bent in. So that's what I'm talking about. If you see the kite. So as you see it up here, so we are going to have all this coming in together. Mercury is going to come in. He's going to be retrograde. He's going to walk into Virgo. He's going to stop in there. He's going to come back. Venus is going to come in, but we are going to have a new moon right there, and they're all going to be connecting from within. As you see it here, when the time comes in, this actually line, and it's opposing Jupiter retrograde and Neptune. Why? That is about that you to look at it the wrong road and to look at it the confusions. You overcome the wrong road, the wrong growth that Jupiter brings you back, and Neptune, who is retrograde, to clear the confusions. As you see it here, there is this kite. Okay, you see that kite that flies. That is what this is right here. You're going to take the flights within the love. Okay, you're going to take that. That's what I am expecting, that during this period, a lot of the twin flames, they can come in, and they can come into a terms to overcome, or they're going to be beginning to work to overcome this. If you remember it, like a year ago, when Mars and they were all piled up into Libra. Okay, that was a very intense moment for all, because he was talking about it's not the right thing. So yes, love, emotions, justice, and change, and there's gonna be a lot of things going on. I need to understand there's gonna be a lot of positive changes. Plus, if you look deeply up here, who is in charge though? That's Pluto. Okay, Pluto brings all the positiveness right now here. Pluto is just shine all that power that says like, here, I'm going to support all this. I'm going to give you the power up here. See those blue lines here? That's what Pluto's going to do. And if you look at this case, okay, that is a Uranus who's going to say, okay, I am supporting that too. That's what I'm talking about. These correlations between Pluto, if you see it, there is beautiful trine here. Okay, I'm talking about these two guys. All right. When if you, for example, the one person is here, but then the other person is here, you put the counting together, they're gonna receive this chart, and that's gonna be the synastry chart that you see what is going on with in your relationships. But we are going to face this energy as a collective. It's going to be a lot of awakening. It's going to be a lot of power. In terms of astrology, your forecast affect every planet, not just Earth. Actually, the way the energy is affecting the Earth. As you see, the Earth is some astrologers they put it in there, but we are looking at the effects of the gravitational field that was from the other planets towards us. As you see it up here, we are going to have Mars right there in Gemini. He's going to be stuck there for a long time. And Mars, he is supporting Saturn, and that is positive aspect for the warrior to look the truth. But he's gonna be opposing the visions that he see, and he's gonna be opposing Mercury retrograde. So there's gonna be some yeah, don't make calls, during Mercury retrograde. But if you overcome the obstacles and you solve the issues, yes, there's gonna be a lot of positive things, because Saturn it's also is going to support right here. Okay, and Saturn right here, it's gonna come down and supporting. It's gonna be pretty intense new moon in Libra, very intense, but the effects of the people who overcome the situations, they can take the flight and the kite. That's what I called for. CC, I know my twin, he's born in Leo, 1968. Let's see, 1968, CC. Let's see, what was the general energies in 1968 for? Well, it's a lot of long divine energy towards Saturn for, but Leo is, and Mars is in Leo in there, and not much aspects actually, because most of the planets they are piled that up in Virgo. I mean, we have a Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Pluto, and Uranus all in Virgo. There's an stellium in there, and there is a divine energies towards Saturn, who is in Aries, and Neptune is in Scorpio, which just gives the other side to the divine energies. So yes, that could be during the Leo season. Yes, there's a lot of things for you, but that is a divine energy. If you have something in particular, for example, in Virgo, where the Uranus and Pluto are, and something in Aries for, because the North Node during that time has been also in Aries, like 10 degrees in there, or Saturn, who is on 25 degrees, so give it a take 7 degrees. That could be like 18 degrees of Aries to like the second degree of Taurus. If you have something in there, that can give you like the divine energies that you have for that person. Uh, oh, you're excited now. So what the planets want us to do: review our actions, make better decisions based on experience. Yes, actually, during the retrograde seasons, for it. And, oh, 1 second. Alan Dara, I can't enable the translations on the live videos for, and that is something that Google has issues with it, which is, I don't know why. They should have automatic translations in there, and it doesn't. And if I don't do the chat, I can't get the questions for. I'm working right now on solving this situations, this issue. I'm trying to work it out for. But as the current moment, that's what this is. I know a lot of my subscribers, they are also not a native English speaking, and the best case for right now, just hold on in there. I'm working on it to have this videos recorded. I'm going to recording the screen and see how I'm going to be able to upload it, so that way you can see the chat, but also you can have this underneath. See the chat, but also you can have this underneath. And I'm working on it, but it's technical difficulties from within Google. I don't know why. I have to figure out what that is. So what do the planets want us to do? Review our actions. The planets wants to, usually I spoke about this before, Diana. Okay, all right. Here is, I keep my notes. All right, you guys seen this, okay? I spoke about the retrogrades before. The lesson to learn is begin to, until you create this, coming to this point where the retrograde planet stops, then we're going back in time. However, the actual times goes forward. So we are reviewing all these situations, and then from here we are coming back into the current lifetime. Those loops, okay, they are the growth. That's what this is. They are the growth, and we are continue up here. And if you look it up here, we're coming back into this state, and we have another one. If you look the planets, or there is a graphics made out of the motions of the planets, and you can see how they create all this energies from within us. And you will look, it's about learning, it is about growth, it is about to, because here is, if you would just go forward and we keep making mistakes, are we going to have a time to fix our mistakes, to fix the situations, to fix for a better future? No, we don't. So that's what it is. In order to succeed and go forward, you have to make step back to fix what needs to be fixed and go forward for the evolution, not just to going forward like a blind horse running out of the stable and you don't know where you're going. That is the purpose of the retrograde. For yes, makes it better decisions, makes it wiser. We are seeing things, but lately, ever since Uranus is in this new cycle, ever since he crossed Aries and now he's in Taurus, the energies has been pretty much intense. I mean, they've been intense, 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 and they're rising up, rising up, rising up. You guys see when that happens, when Uranus is coming into a Gemini, then it's going to be like, yeah, craziness. CC, how do you read empty house? Empty houses represents that if, for example, if that is your personal chart, you kind of like have something that you already understand. You don't need to work on it. There is something from within you that you don't have to work. And if your TF has something in your empty house, the house for it, that could be for the help of helping you. Some of the astrologers, they use the empty house. It's like you're missing this energy in here, you're missing these situations. No, you don't. You choose the energy you want to come here because you are already that energy. As a evolution, as a state, you choose how to come here because the spirit from within you matches the gravitational field with what's going to happen in the earth, and then it's the kaboom, you coming down here. That's how it goes. The energy flows through the gravitations. So the least path of resistance when the two frequencies are matched. Okay, so if you have an empty house, you choose not to have energies in there. You choose not to have planets in there because it's so easy for the people who have less aspects. It's more harder if your chart, it looks like all this tangled lines for it compared to something, more simple in there for. But you need to understand that if you came here to do things, there's going to be more complications from it to you. But that's been said about the empty houses. Depends on what houses they are. You have something that you came for something particular. That's what you choose to have. Not wasting energies of these houses. Okay, you choose to have this energy, particularly F where your planets are. Appreciate questions. Appreciate the info. What is important for our chart at this time? Leo placement, Uranus, Venus. What is important to you is to, first of all, to know your chart. So, for example, if that is the current energy, very good question, Fastero. Thank you for that. The fifth not there. You looking across, which is a spiritual kit. 4. So if you're empty house 5, take a look at the cross. Okay. Take a look at the 11th house. What is there? If something isn't there, then you look there across the sky. But now let me answer a faster roll question. So here's what you do. Faster roll, if you know your chart. For example, right now, the current gravitations, the way, well, this is for October. Hold on. I didn't get this over here. There we go. That's the current situations right now. Okay. We're seeing that the most important thing right now here is the North Node. That is what the destiny is. It is in Taurus. That's what's going on right now. That's the primary thing, the focus. Now, the sun, if you look at the sun now, it's moving. It's going to go into Virgo. Okay. The sun represents what are we going to focus throughout the year. Okay. So we are focused here and becoming a better king, queen. Now we are going to straighten the things out. Okay. Now we are going to focus of fixing things. Now we are focused to heal a lot of things. Now we're going to focus on fixing the house or doing around housework. I represent it in the charts. This is like you rebuilding the castle or fixing the castle so it can be ready for a winter time. And then it's coming the Libra season. That is at a time when you collect all the fruits and collect everything, and prepare canning food and contracts and so on for the next year. And then we're going into a Scorpio season when everything and the earth kind of like dies, during the winter time, beginning, the cold weather, the leaves falling off, and the life is kind of like gone for. So take a look within your chart, and you said that you are Taurus. And Taurus depends on where your sun is. Let's say like um, if it's within that area right now, you can receive a good karma for it. Depends of what you've been doing, or you can experience a lot of sudden changes. I mean, sudden changes, sudden luck, or it could be a sudden thunderstorms. It all depends of you. North Node and Leo, oh my, North Node and Leo. Um, that is the squaring between the current North Node and your North Node. What did the degrees are, faster, or do you know the degrees? If you know, you can write it down. I can take a look pretty quick for you. But you can see here through the chat, if you have a North Node here, it squares Taurus. We'll talk about this. So, yeah, it could be a very interesting. If you did something inappropriate, you might have to learn from the mistakes now and work on the mistakes faster. So, 27 degrees is the North Node. Is the connection okay, guys? You guys can hear me okay? Could be because I moved the camera and the connection from the camera could have been interrupting something. Can somebody write me if you guys hear me okay? Purity Passion, thank you. Okay, for me, all right. Okay. So I will try not to move the camera because probably the USB cable moves a little bit, and there is a disconnection with the camera probably to when I move it. And I will try not to do that. Maybe if I do something like this. So that will be okay. All right, you said faster roll. 27 degrees North Node. So if that is a 27 degrees North Node right here, you probably had a very intense moment right now when the sun was here at 27 degrees within Leo. Okay. Very. And also when a Mars came here, you could have a lot of intense aggravations. You went through the motions, ups and downs with all these energies. Okay, Mars is still affecting you there. If that's what you're telling me. The question is you say you have Taurus, Mars Leo too. It's interesting. Yeah, Mars and Leo is very interesting because that is the warrior for I'm the queen, I'm the king, I'm the queen. Depends of if there is a positive aspect. This actually talks about a very much royal personality that he's not afraid to fight, but he preferred to be a gentleman. He to be this and that. If that is a queen, she knows like to go and protects its own country. She's not afraid though to go and grab the sword and protect everything. But if there is a intense energies, that could lead to a person who wants to conquer the world. That could be very, yeah, yeah, situations for you. Violet uh, 4. Thanks for sharing. You're welcome. Thank you, Violet Home. So pretty good. We have a 7 people watch, 7 likes. I like that. 4. You're welcome. Does any of you have some questions? I am here for you. So put some here the informations for you since you guys wanted to know about this twin flame, where it comes from. And I want to read you. 4. You need to understand that this Uranus and Pluto, these are the people who follow, say, traditions, kind of like from within. They're deep within them. They're original by themselves, but they want to set things in motions one way or another. That is awakening not to stop the things for. It's offering a possibilities of experience and bringing the world together. All right. The relationship will not start with small talk. The energy of this connection will be difficult to predict, and that will be an important role of deciding wherever you two will complete or not. Okay. Something's going on. I can't see my screen. Why is it flickering? Is the connection okay, guys? Okay, Valley Home, thank you. My computer is flickering. I don't know why. Oh, connection is not good. Okay, for me. So it's kind of like for certain people, connection comes and goes with buffering issues. I will have to look at it in this because my computer is just flickering. It's kind of like losing everything. So I won't move anything, screens or any adjustments. And I want to talk to you like this. I'm going to try to see the situations. If not, we are going to I'm going to try to redial and to recreate the event. For let me know if it's more issues are coming in within this. So Helder Health, Med Clary, connection is clear. All right, thank you. Thank you so much. So we are gonna go through. CC, I'm trying not to feel you. Don't, don't, because I have been through a lot. And my first house, it's actually beginning at the end of Cancer, but my first house is in Leo. That's where the Venus right now is there. So I am all over the place, and with that Jupiter in Aries, I'm going nuts. I know you do. A lot of the people feeling me. A lot of love comes out and goes and moves, and yeah. Uh, hi Erica, thanks for it. Mm, one thing that I can see with people that I did charts is that they have a lot of planets or a lot of points which is there in the same spots. Okay, when you look at the charts. So, for example, if you have a north nodes with Jupiter and the one person, and you have the north node with the Jupiter with another person. Now you're talking about mutual growth where they're going to support each other to grow. Uh, four. We can play Fireball together. I don't want to play Fireball. I had a lot of fires. Let me tell you, it's been a fire. I had to crumbling. My heart chakra was going to come out because of this energy of Jupiter towards Venus. And that is in my first house. That is a like whoosh, whoosh. And I needed to talk to some quite a few people to kind of like give it away because I couldn't stand it. I barely ate today because of this energy. All I was eating or consuming was love. It just comes in like a pouring, and you're like, you guys know what I'm talking about when you have that love from within you. All right. Not too much within the asteroids. Okay. Within the Mostly I work with the two of the asteroids. That's a Chiron and Lilith. The rest of them, I don't even try to get them in there to study. Four, stay away from the asteroids. And I was told a long time ago from a very old